Welcome back to Talk That Talk with Meesh Jay. I'm Meesh. To the left of me is my bro Jay. Look, if you are new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are true here, you already know what to do. Get your smokes, get your drinks, but make sure you've like, comment, and subscribe, because your ass should already be
subscribed.
All right, y'all. Look. We are on the road to 500 subs.
500.
That's all we want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that ain't
all we
no,
want. Hell no.
Let me correct that.
Change
That ain't
that.
all we want. That's all we want right now.
Yeah.
But please, look, if you messing with us, y'all, please, like, you coming in here, we're Trending Topics channel. If you don't like a topic today, you will like one tomorrow. So please, sub right now. ASAP. Benito, okay? Because all we going to do is... That's it.
Yep.
You know? And that's from real perspectives.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. All right, so we about to get to it, y'all. So please, sit with us or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's all we want. All right, y'all. So look, we got some topics today. So we talking about the welfare of children. But this is not it. Cam Newton just went viral. He did an interview with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Nobody knows who the hell this lady is. I didn't know who she was when she came on there. But let me tell you something. This lady was preaching. She was preaching. Like, I listened to the whole interview. And there were some things that she said in there. I felt like, okay. And then there were some other things. I'm like, damn, she preaching. So we're going to go ahead and get into what the topic about to be for her right now in the beginning. And then we're going to go from there. Me and Jay going to discuss it because Jay literally has had children. I have not. But, you know, I have nieces and nephews and things and perspective. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes, okay? But please, sub right now, whatever. Hope you get some gems out of it and whatever. So let's do it. Let's go.
Right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
By how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more. Now.
By
that's Cam?
multiple women? What's the intent?
He just dropped the baby right about a month or two ago.
Oh, okay. And you have, so you just
because my point is this. My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Bryant, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay? So you're creating, and disclaimer, the kids are innocent. They are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, because I can't wait to be a mom, and I love the kids, period. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you thus far. But these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all, will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. So at what point do you feel the fear, do it anyways? And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior. To say that I am going to create these homes. Let me go better. I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody who you're spending your life with. And then I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and it's selfish.
So, this is definitely what I want to discuss, because there has been so much rhetoric around this interview. And a lot of people were particularly, Lord, I don't even know what I just said specifically. That's not even a word, y'all. Please forgive me. Specifically interested in the fact that he says 8 children with 3 baby mamas with no intention of marrying either of them. And he says he wants more children. He desires more. He said, let God bring them. Let God bring them all. Bring more children with zero
he Nick
marriage.
Cannon up, though. He
pretty much, yeah.
Both-
But Nick
both
Cannon, now from what I heard, because when I was talking to the wife, she was like, oh, well, Nick Cannon's doing it because he got lupus. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because Nick Cannon got lupus that he's saying he want to spread his seed and have as many children as possible for his
for no lupus. You could just have one to do that.
That's what I said. But he want to have many for lupus, supposedly. That was what she wanted. But, and she did speak to Nick Cannon, y'all. That's the thing. She interviewed with Nick Cannon at least 3 weeks ago. And now she's been on Cam Newton. And this is the same conversation coming up because they technically have like the same situation. But Nick Cannon got 6 baby mamas, 12 children. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. Whew.
Yeah, I know, right? That's a lot, ain't it?
That's a lot.
That's a lot, but they have money. See, they have, meaning not because you have money, bro. But we talking about rapper or whatever, in celebrity money, basically. You know, they're supposedly, because she has this whole thing about men and women being high value and men and women being high value, high functioning, low value, low functioning, right? So what she considers Cam Newton. She considers him a high-value man, but low functioning because he is willing to sit there and make all these children with broken homes. Because in her mind, she feels like that's a broken home.
Yeah, because he's not in the house.
He ain't in the house, period.
With the kids.
Right. So, and I kind of, sort of from my mindset, I'm thinking like, okay, I know I don't have children, but I could think how it is really hard to like spread yourself thin. And let's say you do have 8 children. How can you possibly give enough of yourself to each one of those children for them to be healthy and feeling fulfilled in that area? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what is your perspective?
Because he stayed busy working.
Yeah, he working. He podcasting.
It's impossible. And then where did it? And it depends on where these kids live at. If they live in different states.
He claims the children all live with him, though.
Live with him?
That's what he said.
That could be possible.
Yeah,
I mean, he got enough money to get custody. Yeah. But then you're taking them away from their mom, which they really need, depending on how young they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if they're teenagers, I'm sure they probably be happy to be with dad.
Right.
But the young ones, if you're looking at 8 and 9 and below, needs to be with mom.
Yeah, I agree. They need their mamas too, along with their dad. The girls, both of them need their mothers, but I think the boys seeing their father and having their father in the household is extremely important. And I think for the girls, having their mother in the household is extremely important. But I think also for the girls, their daddy is important because their daddy shows them how to love and respect and to honor men. And then on a vice versa, for men, their mother is important because it shows them how to love, respect and honor women. Now, if we only have one in the household, then there's only one dynamic being shown to the child, not both. There's not 2 dynamics unless, you have a stepmother around or whatnot, but it don't look good to have different hoes from different area codes just rolling up in your house. And he could do that because Cam Newton, boy, he could do that. He catching all kind of coochie. You feel me? I got hoes. In different area code. I'm just saying, he can get them all from different area codes.
Yeah.
Is he retired?
Oh, yeah, he definitely retired. Yeah,
right. That's why he's doing it. Okay, I figured that. So maybe he is home more, but at the same time, he's a podcast, so he got to do that.
Yeah, but he still got to work extra. Just like Nick Cannon got all these jobs because he has to you still got to take care of the kids, regardless.
Yeah, you got to so you can't spend all this time because time is what they want, but you got to spend your time with the money. That's why I was just telling the other podcasts, like, time is money and money is time. You are using your time for money. That's what you're trading it for. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So how I look at it is she's correct in that area where she's like, hey, there's no way you can have 8 children and you're giving them all what they need. Some child, either 1 or 2 or 3 of them are going to come up with a deficit. And she definitely mentioned that it ain't just about having a 1-parent household. Sometimes even in 2-parent households, that household could be so toxic, or could be toxic in his own way, that the children still come out and end up having that same situation. Just because you grow up with a mommy and a daddy, don't mean that when that child get out there in their own life, they're gonna do the same thing as their mother and father. That's because they see different dynamics too. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But my main question is, for the situation, for the question, because I know a lot of people wonder what is better. Because I don't want to be judgmental about it, because I think it's so normalized now for, everybody to have. It's not like we back in the 30s and the 40s where, you had to hide whether you had other homes and other children. Mm-hmm. Everybody got other kids outside, because guess what? Relationships don't work out. Yep. People make babies, they go. Now, what I do understand is that Cam Newton is intentionally saying he want more kids. That means he could add another chick to the roster, or he could have more with Jasmine.
That's crazy. Cause that's my question. You with Jasmine, right? That's your girl. Mm-hmm.
That's his partner.
But he don't plan on marrying her.
Nope. Not her. Not her.
He did wrong, man.
Yeah,
so she got to deal with it. Regardless, I'm gonna be with him. I might give him 2 more kids.
You already know what that's in exchange for. Benefits. She with him for the benefits.
Okay.
See,
I thought she was making a little. I mean, she ain't got his money.
She a comedian. She doing comedy.
I'm sure she making a little money. YouTube hooking her up.
Let me tell you something. But in her comedy, she's bragging about the fact that he a nigga with meals. Of course, she going do whatever. Like, she was like, oh, y'all say what y'all want to do.
Because he probably came at her.
Exactly.
She the prize. And she know
for him, but he's still in his mindset, no, hey, I got the bread, so she not leaving. I got the control because I got the value. I got more money than you got. You know what I'm saying? I got all my kids over here.
Yeah, but now that you had a kid with her, she got a lot of the control now.
That is true. That is true, but they not married. As long as he marry her, he don't need to split alimony.
You get child support.
Child support is a thing. That is true. That's where he messing up at. Mm-hmm. But I guess because he rich, he don't give a F.
Yeah, she crack him right over the head.
Smack him over the head, yeah. All right, so, so this is my main question, though. Which is better? Making broken homes, meaning making children, no marriage, as long as we put the kids on earth, we good? Or doing what Cheyenne Bryant is suggesting, which is telling men, hey, if you know you don't want to get married, don't make the babies. Which one do you think in your mind is the most logical decision to make? Let's say you can't get married or you don't want to, and I feel like this is based off of a lot of reasons, but I want to hear what you think. What do you think in your mind is better? Make the babies, don't get married, or wait till marriage to make the babies?
I mean, at my age, my mature self is saying marriage. Make the baby. Mm-hmm. That's my mature self. My back in the day immature self would have went. It was the opposite. It just depends. Yeah. Right now, it's marriage. I ain't making no kids. Marriage.
Right. Just get married.
Get married, then have a kid.
Okay, but why is that?
I mean.
But right now, why is your mature
because
self
both.
Decision?
Because it's just you should have. I believe I grew up in a both parent household.
Facts.
And I believe I wouldn't be the sound in mind and the way I am today if I didn't have pops in the household. I wouldn't be that way. I probably wouldn't had a job that making the money I'm making or treating the women the way I treat them if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because I seen it, I seen how he treated.
Yeah.
But if he wasn't there, that means I would have to learn, and I probably would have never learned. I probably see somebody else and learn it off their household,
and they might not have been as good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I've been telling them, nigga, you need to smack her ass up, okay? You need to cheat on them. They like that. They like to be cheated on. Yeah, because that's how some niggas learn. That's the truth. They learn that way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They like, hey, they don't want you unless you're doing them wrong. Smack that sometimes. She like that. Because guess what? And this is a real reality. I don't want to be mad. But some women do like it. Some women don't want you unless you smacking them. Mm-hmm. Some women don't want you unless you treating them, choking them up.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You got to throw them
I don't want you. If I got to do that, I don't want you. Get the hell out of here.
Right. Exactly.
Let the man do that. I'm not doing it.
Okay, so because it's the trauma. And that's what she was talking about. So her difference was she was talking about low functioning, high functioning, No, she said low functioning, high functioning, low value, high value. So you know what value is, meaning money. You got a good job. You could take care of yourself. You got the home. You got the car. You could take me out on dates, all that good trips. That's good shit. That's high value. Low value is when you don't have all of that, right? But then you could have a person who's low value, meaning they can't take you on trips. They can't do any of that stuff. They don't have a good job or none of that. But when they show up in a relationship, they're present. You know, they can be emotionally fulfilling. They're not going to allow you to beat them or they don't want to be beat. They're going to be able to talk. That's a high functioning. Low functioning, that's what she want. The low functioning want to be knocked upside the head sometime because after that, you're boring, right? A low functioning said you dry because you're not whipping my ass. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth.
Yeah.
You feel me? Y'all know. Anybody watching this is sad. If you low functioning like Sexy Red, she probably want a nigga to go upside her head. Just saying. All right? I just had to throw that out there. But in my personal opinion, I feel like what's better, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta take the latter. God say be fruitful and multiply. Even though I know I ain't multiplied, I would say that if you ain't getting married, hey, put the children here. But I don't think you should be consciously making 8 of them. I think if you choose not to get married, at least still be in the same household with the kids.
Yeah.
Have 1 or 2 and focus on those and build them up the best way you can. I'm pro building the children up, but I think you can't build up 8 children.
Yeah.
And not be in the household.
Man. It's hard because you got to think about it. Look, it still was 5 of us.
Yeah.
And Pops, it was no way that he can give his attention to each and every one of us because we were all different ages, matter of fact.
Exactly, yeah.
And we all was doing different things.
Yeah.
He didn't, even though he was in the household every day, he still worked 2 jobs. You know what I mean? He had to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Y'all was babies. I was older.
Yeah.
He had the in-between.
Yeah.
Aunt was running track. It was hard for him.
And he had to relate to us on different levels.
There you go.
And then we not considering what if if he's introverted, that's a problem, you know? Because then if he's introverted, he don't always have the energy after work to talk.
Yeah.
He still got moms, he still got work, he still got whatever else he bills and he got to run around. Then he come home and he got to put time with all 5 of us. Like,
yeah, right.
Come on now.
That's still hard to do.
So we get it. Like, no, making 8 children, it's not, it's I think that's automatic. It don't matter if you have a 2-parent household or not. Making 8 children, the risk is some child going to be neglected. Even 1 or 2 of y'all.
1 of them. 2 of them. 2 of them.
1 or 2 of y'all.
I mean, 8, 3 of them probably.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 kids that going to hate the parents.
Hopefully one of them twins or something.
For real.
And the
they
twins,
ain't gonna hate the parents.
twins might usually get the most, time.
Unless y'all don't work. Neither parent got work and y'all doing homeschool and y'all super parent out for 8 kids to love you and love you to death and don't have an issue with how you raise them and don't feel neglected, all of that. So Cam couldn't possibly be doing the damn thing. And so I agree with Cheyenne on that. Like, he is raising children who are going to be broken. There's going to be he going to grow up. It's a child who's going to do exactly what he did. And then there's a child who's going to say, you know what? I don't want to do what my dad did.
And you said they living with him?
He's claimed they living with him.
But he not there. No, the nanny basically taking care of him.
Yeah,
He paying money for a nanny.
Exactly.
And he probably seeing them just a little bit, maybe on the weekends. Because if he doing a podcast like a full-time job. You just not like how we come. We come in and we might put in our 2 hours or half or 3 hours in it. But he's probably he got a whole production.
Facts.
He putting in 8 hours.
Exactly. He putting time in.
He's gone. Then he got to do all these other podcasts that he's flying to, going here, going there. Interviews.
Yep.
You're gone. Who's with the kids? Who with 8 of them?
You already know.
The moms ain't living with them, is it?
They not living, but they are present. I feel like that. Come on now. They come there. They either come there or he split custody. They go to the mama house or he houses the mamas and they go there for the weekend or when he gone. They be there. They don't always be with them.
Because that's like the Bama Country Wayne. He got like 10 kids or something like that.
Ain't no
but, I mean, he's present in all their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, he be having them at the house, putting them on his little skits and stuff. So he's doing it. He said he take care of every last baby mama.
I don't blame. I mean, hey, you got. Hey, if you got the capacity, you could do it. But I guess we got to transition from this topic now. We running low on time. But I just want to say that y'all, please, make the children, but I feel like if you know you don't want to get married, don't make that many. 8, I think that's too much. I feel like Cam, he definitely wasn't a match for her in the way his conversation was going. She was tearing his ass up, and he was feeling some type of way, for sure. So that's what I do want to say, because he know in his mind, he feel like, damn, you know what I'm saying? She telling me I'm wrong for doing what I did. But his mindset is different. He want to make the kids. I don't blame him. Some people are just about that. Some people are like, oh, I want to make the babies. I don't really need to get married to do that. You know what I'm saying? I be fruitful, multiply, whatever.
And you just smashing all these bras and no rubs.
Man,
you don't know where these bras been at.
I know. That's tough. All right, y'all. So, look, we're going to transition to the next topic. Sub. We stayed this long. Well, look, we about to get into Simone Biles. Simone Biles' mama. So, she wants to come back into her life. She been doing interviews with the Daily Mail. I think for the last 8 years, though, they say. Not consistently, but she's been talking to the media. The media been talking to her, and really, Simone Biles don't want nothing to do with that lady. Seemed like. Because she was raised by her grandparents. Of course, the backstory, she was born March of 1997, I believe. That's what they're saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. And her grandparents, after 4 years of her being in the home, in a group home with her 3 other brothers and sisters or whatever. Yeah, it was 3 of them, 4 of them. The grandparents adopted Simone and a sister, and then the other 2 stayed in Ohio, and Simone and her sister went to Texas. So that's... Her grandparents are the reason for her success today. Her mom was an addict. I'm sure she was a crack head. you feel me?
You like crack, don't you?
Yeah, you like crack, don't you? You're killing your brain cells, son. You're killing your brain cells. Okay, so she was doing that. So now she doing interviews with the Daily Mail, and a lot of people feeling some type of way about it, because they feel like she coming back talking about, oh, I'm just gonna wait for Simone to call me. You know, I'm not.
You're gonna be waiting forever.
Yeah, I'm not. I have her number, but I'm not gonna call her because I want her to be in my life. And Simone has made a conscious decision, you know, not to be in her life. And I think now 8 years ago, I ran into an interview where she said that, hey, she went here and there with Simone, and she went on a cruise with Simone, and she went to an event where she did her gymnastics stuff with Simone back 8 years ago, and she said she was clean. But now, today's interview is, I'm an addict. I'm always going to be an addict. But I love Simone, and I want to be in Simone's life, and when Simone ready to be back in my life, I'm ready for her to come back. I'm proud of her. I love her. Da-da-da-da-da. What do we say? What do we say about that? Real quick, bro. As far as about, like, a child becoming famous, or maybe, you know, and her mom, she not only did she abandon Simone, though, she abandoned literally 6 other, no, she's the 8th, so 7 other children. So should she, like, is she in the right? Do you feel like she have the right to come back and be like, hey, I want to be in my child's life?
Yeah,
talking to the media.
I don't see, I mean, talk to the media. I mean, I guess that's her only way to put her stuff out there, but yeah, she can. That's her daughter. I mean, yeah, she got the right, and I believe Simone, she got the right to feel how she feel, handle how she handle it. Me, on the other hand, I think she got that money. She need a helper. That's still your mother through and through. Help your mother put her in a thing. Look, you got to do this. You do this for me. Look, I'll let you back in life. Get clean, go in a little joint.
Yeah.
Get right, rehab.
Yeah.
A year. Show me you can do it. Then let's talk.
And I feel like that's a case of unforgiveness, though, and a lot of people suffer from that. Yeah, because that's when I was thinking, when I was looking at it, I was thinking that because I said, it's so easy. It's the easiest thing to say, you know what? My mother was a crackhead. She wasn't there for me. I didn't grow up with her. I don't have to do anything for this lady. I don't want to be in her life. I don't want her using me. You see what I'm saying? That's probably her perspective. But in reality, maybe she do feel bad. So if she do, sometimes she might really if she's banking on Simone's forgiveness to get back in her life. But a lot of people feel like it's shady. She's talking to the media. They like, well, why couldn't she just send that in a voicemail? But how do we know she didn't do that? Not that I'm defending her mama, y'all. I'm not. I'm just saying, because I feel like at the end of the day, I hope she's not trying to get back in this girl's life because she's an Olympic champion, 7 gold medal Olympic champion and all of that. But I feel like it's deeper than that. Like, if somebody your family and that's your blood, you're going to reach out how you know how to reach out. So I feel like if she's trying to tell her that she want to be back in her life, maybe, I don't know the lady, maybe it's genuine. It's up to Simone to look deep down in her heart and say, you know what? That again, I don't know Simone's experience within the last however many years that she's been famous with this woman. Maybe she stole some money from her. Maybe she gave her money and then she disappeared on her. You never know where her...
Took the money and smoked crack with it, huh?
Exactly. Smoke crack, don't you? And smoke crack. Just saying. So, you don't know. So, it could be that. Because I remember 8 years ago, I ran into an interview where she was saying she was doing all this and that with Simone on the cruise with Simone. So, clearly she forgiven her. If she was doing things with her back then and now today she's not even willing to utter her mother's name out her mouth, something happened between that time and now where she's like, because her mother wasn't even at their wedding. The mother mentioned that. She said, I would have loved to be at her and Jonathan's wedding. But she's married now. I couldn't be there. So but she says she's still an addict. So, I think this is a touchy subject, y'all. I mean, to be honest, I feel like forgiveness is the only thing that will make them come back together. I think Simone has to have a forgiving heart. If she doesn't, then of course that's what's going to help her shut her mother out. Because some people are not forgiving, that forgiving.
But regardless, it's still going to be on her conscience. That's still her mother. She can shut her out all she want. But in order to have a clean mind and keep rolling in life, that's your mother.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to forgive her. You ain't got to be around her.
Yeah.
You ain't got to go visit her and kumbaya at Christmases and all that stuff. But you got to forgive her. In order for you to, when it's your time to go to sleep, you want to go to sleep with a clear mind.
With clear mind, knowing that you've been there for her. And
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Because
you
you ain't doing no better than what she doing by ignoring her and doing what you doing, having your little success. Yeah, she went and smoked crack. Every person got issues and problems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you got to at least one time sit down to the table with her. If you got the ability to help her. If she don't want no help, okay, tell her go on about her business, and then you live your life.
I think that's what the sister was trying to say. Because the sister, Micah, she came online, and she popped up and was like, hey, not too much on my mother, because everybody was talking shit about the mother when she came out, on a Daily Mail saying she's looking for Simone to reach out. People were like, well, you should reach out. You should just snap. But the sister clearly seems like she's been back in the mother's life and talking to her, and she was defending the mother, saying, hey, I have an issue with Simone, too, because I want my sister. But also, my mother, everybody has pitfalls in life. Everybody's been through things. But at the end of the day, she's still our mother, and Simone's been good. So the mother made a sacrifice because she was more, in the drugs than she was in the raising her kids. And that's just what it was. She got the kids took. She had to get herself together. When the grandfather got her back, he was like, no, until you get yourself together, you can't be in these kids' life. And it just took her a little longer than usual to do it. And if she even still did it, because she said, I'm an addict and I'm still an addict. So I don't know if she even kicked the habit now, but that's what the sister said. So I that's the newest update on that too, y'all, just so you know. This has been an ongoing conversation. But I agree with Jay. Like, she don't have to be close to her, but she can let her mother know she forgives her. Yeah. If she forgives her. Because yet again, that's all this comes down to, in my personal opinion, is forgiveness. Like, you got to forgive. If that's your mother and okay, sure, she didn't raise you, but at least you could tell her, look, hey, I done moved on from my life. I forgive you you're the reason why. You actually are a part of the reason why, because had you not given me up, where would I be? Right. If she did try to raise her as a crack head, you know what I'm saying? Where would she be? Would she be a seventh gold medal Olympic gymnast? Would she? No. Exactly. She did what she felt she had to do, and God had Simone in her hands in regards, you know what I'm saying? And her mother gonna always suffer for that decision, for her decisions, and at the same time, you don't want to be the one suffering for your decision to box your mom out and say, you know what, I hate you, I don't want to deal with you no more, all because you were young and you was just, you know what I'm saying, you didn't know no better. Right. Because guess what? Initially, that's all it is for us. Our parents were young at once, and they didn't know no better. Yeah. So, not defending them, just saying. Just throwing it out there. Let's look at it from a different perspective. But anyway, me and Jay about to get out of here, y'all. We love y'all. Sub right now. 500 subs we need.